Can you feel that? Do you feel that? I do. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. And I'm ready. YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and now I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. And as always, man, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes, and most importantly, it is positive vibes only. All right, so today, Smell Good family, we are here with my top 10 fragrances for winter 2025, and man, is this list like that in my opinion. Now for me, wintertime is all about the bolder, spicier, heavier fragrances from many different, builds and fragrances, from your sweet fragrances to your oud fragrances to your leather fragrances, whatever. And these are fragrances that I don't get a chance to wear a lot. Down here in Jacksonville, Florida, we don't get a crazy winter, but believe it or not, we do get down into the low 30s. Very cold. Last year we had some snow last year, and they're predicting, this is how old I'm getting, the meteorologists are predicting for the South to have a very unusual cold winter season. So we'll see what that's all about, but your boy is ready. And these 10 are the 10 that I will definitely be putting on display during the winter season. All right, so stay bundled up out there, stay warm out there whenever you're watching this video. But your boy is excited. I guess I'm excited because my winter doesn't look like 14 inches of snow like people in Wisconsin or Minnesota or Michigan or something like that. Our cold weather down here is a little bit more easygoing than that. But anyway, let's get started. All right, up first, man, this is the best amber fragrance in my collection. Blown away when I first got my nose on this. I just love how this was put together and constructed. It's just fantastic. From the house of Maxim Perfumes, this is going to work beautiful in the cold weather. We have Ambre de Noir. Ambre de Noir. I've talked about this fragrance quite a bit over the past year or so, and it's a beautiful, rich amber. You get some tobacco, you get some spices in here as well. You get this beautiful vanilla in here blending with the amber, but there's like 2 or 3 different types of amber. Maxim Perfumes, they use a lot of naturals in their fragrances, and it really shows. I mean, look at the color of the juice. Just get the light on that. Look at the color of the juice. Very dark, maple syrupy brown. That's what it looks like legit maple syrup, not Mrs. Buttersworth. Like if you see some organic syrup, this is the color that it looks like. But anyway, beautiful, man. Long lasting, projects really well. There's this richness and this boldness about this particular fragrance, and I absolutely love it. So this is going to work wonders in the winter season, in the colder air for sure. If you haven't tried out Maxim Perfumes, I highly recommend it. But Ambre de Noir, beautiful, and going to get a lot of shine this upcoming winter season for sure. All right, up next, man, for me, this was a very highly anticipated fragrance for me. It released late last year. I was fortunate enough to receive a bottle of this earlier this year, and I love this DNA. I really do. And for this extreme version, oh my God, it's going to be absolutely perfect for the colder weather. From the house of Zaharoff, we have Signature Pour Homme Extreme. Oh man, that is a gorgeous bottle, gorgeous plate. I think it's that Mercedes-Benz black that George used on this. But everything I love about the DNA and then some. In the opening, you get this very much so, very strong presentation of that cardamom that I love. This kind of dry spice that is there. You get all of the other features that come with the Pour Homme, but it's very much so met by a heavy dose of oud, and the oud is super present, well blended. This has a lot going on. It has sex appeal. There's a mystery about this fragrance there's a lot of different things that really stand out that kind of separate itself from the original, which I love. And this is one in the colder weather. For a fact, I know it is going to shine. Double, 20 points, 10 rebounds when wearing something like this. And in the wintertime, like I said, it doesn't get brutally cold down here, but 30 degrees is cold. You know, the high 20s is cold, especially for us folks down here in the South. And this is going to do its thing. So for the colder months, for sure, I know I won't get to wear this a lot. But when I get the opportunity, I will be wearing it. And in a lot of different situations, for sure. Most of these fragrances that we're going to talk about today, I'll be able to wear these in multiple situations, versatile plays dealing with the colder air. So from the house of Zaharoff, cannot wait to tap into this. I haven't worn it yet. It hasn't been cold enough, so I can't talk about performance and all that. But if it's based on the original, then we'll be good to go. From the house of Zaharoff, we have Signature Pour Homme Extreme. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Cannot wait to tap into that one. All right. Up next, a recent addition to my collection, and boy, is this a fan favorite. A lot of the homies, fellas, my guys really love this fragrance. It is one of those ones, very masculine, dominant. And a lot of these fragrances are around that vibe for this winter season for me. All right. So from the Street Scent Dubai, we have Black Mamba. Black Mamba from the Street Scent Dubai. You've seen me talk about this fragrance a few times over the past month or so. And boy, is it epic, man. It is epic. This black leather, this black pepper, you get some vetiver in here. You get some ambery notes, some gourmandish notes in the base that never supersede the boldness of the leather and the pepper that's in this fragrance. You get this very light grapefruit like sizzle that just kind of makes an appearance, comes on stage and says hey and gets off the stage. So it doesn't last that long, but the development of this fragrance is a winner. I was very surprised at the compliment factor of this fragrance. I've worn this at the office. I've had a couple of buddies of mine smell this as well, and they've been blown away. They appreciate that more masculine profile, but this stuff is elite level. This is blended well. It's not a cheap fragrance. This is from their Privé line, so it's a little bit more for sure, but it's well worth it. Performance, not an issue, not a question. We had a cold front come through here a little while ago. I think we got down to like the 40s, and I was like, I'm just gonna wear it to work. We got down to like the low 40s, high 30s, and I wore it to work, and boy, was this singing. This was singing, man, and it's fantastic. So looking forward to spending a lot more time with this in the colder months this winter. From the house of Street Scent Dubai, we have Black Mamba. Black Mamba, great fragrance, man. Not for everybody, man. This ain't for everybody. All right, up next, this had to be here. This is a masculine masterpiece and truly shines in the colder months. You could wear this in the fall too, but I typically like to wear this during the colder months. From the house of Creed, we have the iconic Royal Oud. Royal Oud from the house of Creed. Man, woods and spices. Beautifully done. Smells like money. Big dog. Who makes the decisions around here, Juice? That's what this smells like, man. It's so sophisticated. It's so classy. If you're going out, in a situation where you got to dress up a little bit, if you want a turtleneck, pea coat, some nice slacks, some boots, you're kind of moving around in a very mature way. Not necessarily going to something important. You could be wearing it to a cigar lounge, or you just feel like dressing up. This is a fragrance to put on, and dressing up doesn't have to be stuck to special occasions or weddings or things like that. Nah, you can get fly in many different ways. And during the winter season, that's when you can do the combinations, with your coats and your hoodies, or your coats and your turtlenecks, or your sweaters and your slacks and your different styles of boots. I'm trying to put y'all on some. If y'all don't know, you can mix it up. If you and your lady going out somewhere, bro, it's okay to not wear the Nike t-shirt with the boot cut jeans, bro. It's cool. And the Jordan 4s. It's cool, bro. Get you some boots, bro. Get you some boots. Get you a nice, casual style soft bottom sneaker. You want to wear jeans? Okay, cool. You can do a nice sweater, a nice jacket. You can do it right. Get you a nice beanie, scarf, Royal Oud. You might win the lottery that night, if you feel me. it might win the lottery that night. This is a masculine masterpiece. And I get it. You know, I'm 41 years old. So a lot of people are probably not going to vibe out with, you know, these recommendations because they're not super sweet or party friendly. I got some of those coming up. But for where I'm at in my life, this is a home run for me. So from the House of Creed during the colder months, it works, man. We have the great, iconic Royal Oud. Beautiful, beautiful, man. All right. Up next, this is a gem. This is a gem. This is a discontinued gem, but it's floating around in the community, and I'm super, super, super blessed to have a bottle. From the House of Bododissia, the Victorious, we have the King. All right. The King from Bododissia, the Victorious. Beautiful, masculine plum. Dark fruity plum. You get some cinnamon. You get some civet, tobacco. This stuff is royal. Do you feel me? This stuff is royal. It draws very close comparison to Tom Ford's Plum Yapanee. That's a fragrance that has eluded me for many, many years now. But I don't need it anymore because I think this is better. This is a much better build around that Yapanee, that Plum Yapanee DNA. I am a fan of how this is constructed. The plum is dark, almost boozy, like you get some boozy elements, but you get the plum right in the opening of this fragrance. The spices, the musk, the tobacco, this stuff is stellar. This is a 10 out of 10 fragrance in my collection because of what I like and what it does for me. All right, so this stuff is fantastic. It has to be here. I have not given it a full wearing yet. I will be soon, but I've been testing it on my arm. And I love this stuff. I had a sample of it beforehand, and I got fortunate enough, man, by one of my bros, man, let me know, AD, you looking for that? I know somebody who got it for you, and they came through for me. They came through for me, man. So discontinued, yes, but this had to be on this list. You will hear the King get a lot of play throughout the winter season. Perfect for the cold air, for sure. From the House of Bododissia, the Victorious, we have the Great, the King. This stuff is very good, man. Very good. I'm all in on Bododissia, man, lately, for sure. All right, up next, man. Look, a fragrance that I wore this a few weeks ago. Again, we had a spell, man, where we had like 3 or 4 days where we were in the 30s and the lows and didn't really get out the 50s. And first thing in the morning, my son had this father-son, I think it was called Donuts with Dad event, and I was very happy to go to that with my oldest son. And this was the fragrance that I wore, and boy, this is another plum beauty here that's fantastic and going to get a lot of play. This is another versatile one that you can wear in different situations. From the House of Mind Games, we have Rye Lopez. Rye Lopez from Mind Games. Look, Rye Lopez don't get a lot of love, if any, in the community. Dark plum, dark black cherry, you get some spices, you get some Divana, you get this leathery feel to this fragrance. This is the reason why I have not grabbed Hafeti's leather yet. I still will at some point in time, but when I got this in, I was like, oh. I was like, oh. Let me pump my brakes on that Hafeti leather, which is great. It is great. But this one right here, oh my Lord. It's just a beautiful creation and very masculine. You have this dark sweetness, dark fruity sweetness to it. The spices, the leather, this stuff is excellent. I got a few compliments at the event as I was maneuvering through the school, and this stuff is ultra good and had to be here. It was between this one and another Mind Games that was going to make this list, but this deserved to be here. It's just fitting for the colder weather because I've already worn it in 30-degree weather. All right. And again, yes, it does get down into the 30s down here in Jacksonville, Florida. All right. So Rye Lopez, beautiful. One of the best that Mind Games has to offer. Doesn't get a lot of love in the community, but listen, you can't, sometimes the community will get in your way of you experiencing things that are out there, especially from popular houses. Mind Games is a popular house. And don't get me wrong, I've contributed to that. French defense. I have made my contributions to that. But this is a sleeping giant that is great. Rye Lopez, Mind Games, fantastic. Fantastic. All right, 4 more left to discuss. I've talked about this recently, and for me, I wore this a lot during the colder months last year, and it just works, bro. It just works, and my wife finds this very sexy and attractive. This is a date night specialist. This is a hang out and have fun type of vibe. This stuff is great. From the house of BDK Parfums, we have Gris Charnel Extrait. Gris Charnel Extrait. And it just works, bro. Fig, woods, vanilla. Golly, man. That fig vanilla combination with the woods in here is stellar. It's insane. How great this fragrance is. This is a very sexy fragrance, versatile fragrance. You can wear this in any situation. I am super glad to have a bottle of this. This is a very attractive fragrance that gets compliments. So if I'm going to an event where it's kind of laid back, kind of chill, or even if me and my wife are going out for a kind of laid back, chill date night, a type of vibe or something like that, this is a fragrance that I'm going to be wearing because it just gives off that vibe, a little fun vibe, a little bit of sexiness to it as well. But most importantly, for me at least, it's not like everything else out there. Although Gris Charnel Extrait, or the original, is very popular in the community, you'll be very surprised to know that it's not as popular out in the everyday world. Trust me, I've been in those places and had conversations about this fragrance. So beautiful, excellent wear for the colder weather. From the house of BDK Parfums, we have Gris Charnel, the Extrait. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. All right. Up next, this is probably the most boldest fragrance on this list. Well, no, it's one of the three. One of the three boldest, but probably the boldest. From the house of Argos, we have Neiman Lion. Man, listen here, bro. If you ain't with the games and you ain't got time and you want a masculine presentation of a high order, here you go. Neiman Lion is a beautiful, leathery, oody, slightly green, woody fragrance, man. This is not for the weak at heart. 2 sprays will last you 29 days. I wore this to work, and I'll never forget this. I wore this to work one day last winter, and it was a long day because at the end of the day, I was like, why do we have this meeting set for the end of the day? Just remember, like, why is this set? We had the meeting. I go upstairs, and you're talking about a 10-hour day during the holiday season. And as I walk in, I'm like 5-6 feet away from one of my coworkers, and she was like, "Yo, I can smell you right now." And I'm like, "Really? I've had this on since like 4 in the morning. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon." And she was like, "I can smell you before you get to me." So I got closer, and she was like, "Yeah, that's you." She said, "I like that. It smells like a man." I was like, "Okay, I appreciate it, man." So very masculine, nothing goofy or funny about this whatsoever. This is a fragrance that if you don't wear the fragrance, this fragrance will wear you. All right, this is definitely a great example of that. So Neiman Lion, again, the leathery, oody, slightly green, woodsy, just explosion with this fragrance. It's outstanding. You don't need a lot of sprays. 2 or 3 sprays to get you through for the next 45 days. It's that strong and it's that powerful. The sillage is there. You put on too many sprays of this, they're gonna ask you to leave, bro. They're gonna ask you to leave, bro. They're gonna ask you to leave. Argos, Neiman Lion, for sure. Has to be on this list, man. Great, great, great for the cold weather. This, I won't get to wear this that much. I only got to wear it twice last year, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's up again. All right, 2 more left to discuss. Those who are looking for more of a sweeter profile, and Lord knows the popularity on this one is grand, and it should be. I think it's very good. From the house of Virtus Petit, we have Vanilla Oud, the great Vanilla Oud. This has picked up a lot of popularity over the past couple of years, and rightfully so. Beautiful, caramelized, kind of almost burnt brown sugar, burnt caramel. Sweetness here. The oud here blends very well with the sweet factors of this fragrance. It's a fan favorite. It's sexy. It's fun. Compliments come with this. lately in the community, it's been kind of like divided, you know, and it kind of happened out of nowhere. But the more people smell things, the more conversation you get, especially if it's something that is popular. And this gained popularity like crazy 2-3 years ago. But Virtus Vanilla Oud is a really good. Don't be afraid of the oud here. At least I don't think it's nothing to be worried about. But like I said, that kind of caramelized caramel, burnt sugar with that collision of the oud. This stuff is sensational. It's fun. It's sexy. You can wear this in holiday parties, holiday vibes, holiday date nights, many different things. And more than likely, a conversation or a compliment could come your way. So Virtus Vanilla Oud, fantastic. Perfect for the upcoming winter season. All right. And last but not least, it is customary for this fragrance to be here. It is customary for this to be worn in the colder months, because for a leather fragrance, my God, this is perfection in a bottle. From the house of Dior, we have the great Dior Homme Parfum. Not the 2024 version. This is not the 2024 version. No, no, no. Leather, iris. Oh man, this is the greatest iris fragrance ever. That slight chocolatey feel, a little spicy, but the leather and the iris, they are slow dancing throughout the life of this fragrance. This stuff is incredible. It is a 10 out of 10. It's top 10 in my collection. And in the colder months, if you're wearing your leather jacket, you're wearing your pea coat, you're wearing your heavy sweater, you know, you're stepping out, you are on a mission for people to absolutely trying to figure out, who's that guy? Who is he? Where does he come from? What's going on? This is a fragrance that'll represent your night. Trust me. And at one point in time, it was talked about in every video across the world. But I like the fact that, you know, so many fragrances come out that a lot of the great ones get kind of pushed to the back, so to speak. But this is where it's at. This is where it's at, man. So although not for everybody, but it's perfect for me, and it's going to, you know, give me a chance to win get a triple double again. Triple doubles come with Dior Homme Parfum, and it's a banger, man. Dior Homme Parfum for winter 2025, absolutely. All right. So there you have it, guys. That is my list. All right, that is my winter list for 2025. Winter is coming. The sunlight's coming in. So hopefully y'all enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys will be wearing for this winter. Looking forward to seeing what you guys have going on in the comments. All right, so as always, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes, it's positive vibes only. Appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all for all y'all support. All right, splack it up, splack it down, splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put out to this world, it's exactly what you are going to get back. All right, peace, y'all. Of course, the next time.